Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Michael Bannon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Cliff Averill in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And they're going to go soft on the corners. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wilson snags it left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There goes Thomas Rolls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rolls, 55 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the gun, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, Newton, throw left side, complete. It's Bird. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
This is McCaffrey. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Buying time to his left. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And again this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.